Hey everyone, welcome! Today we're diving into geography, but probably not the geography you remember from school. We're going to go way beyond just coloring in maps and explore a much bigger, more exciting world.
So let's be real for a second. When I say the word geography, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's flashcards, memorizing endless lists of rivers, mountains, and capitals, a subject that maybe felt a little flat. But what if I told you that's just one tiny piece of a massive, fascinating puzzle?
And this slide right here, it sums up the whole misunderstanding. We tend to think of geography as the stuff on the left, just a big pile of facts. But what it really is, what we're going to get into today, is everything on the right. It's all about understanding the why behind our world. It's the story of our planet, our home, and yeah, our place in it all. Okay, so if it's not just about maps, then what is it? Let's strip it all back to basics and actually look at where the word itself comes from, because this is where the real definition starts to open up. It turns out the whole secret is right there in the name. The word geography comes from two old Greek words, geo, which means the earth, and graphia, which means description. So at its core, it literally means a description of the Earth's surface. See? It's not just about naming stuff. It's about describing it, understanding it, and seeing how it all connects.
And we can thank one guy in particular for this, Eratosthenes, an ancient Greek scholar who's often called the father of geography. He was the one who first coined the term, but he didn't just stop there. He also calculated the circumference of the entire planet and was shockingly accurate. So right from the very beginning, geography was a science built on curiosity and measurement.
So how does that ancient idea grow into what we study today? Well, one of the coolest things about geography is that it doesn't just fit neatly into one little box. You could almost call it a tale of two sciences, working together.
I want you to think of geography as a giant bridge. Okay, so on one side of the bridge, you've got the natural sciences, physics, biology, the study of the physical world. And on the other side, you've got the social sciences, the study of people, our societies, our cultures. Geography is the discipline that walks right across that bridge, connecting both sides. It asks, how does the physical planet shape us? And how do we, in turn, shape the planet?
And this leads us to its two main branches. Pretty much everything in the world of geography falls into one of these two buckets: physical geography, which is all about the natural world, and human geography, which is all about us. They're really just two sides of the very same coin. So check this out. On the one hand, physical geography looks at the mountains, the oceans, the climate, the natural resources. Think of it as the stage. Then you've got human geography, which looks at the actors on that stage, our cities, our cultures, our economies, our borders. And the amazing thing is, you absolutely cannot understand one without understanding the other. Okay, so we've got these two big branches, but what's truly mind-blowing is just how deep and wide they go. Let's take a quick whirlwind tour of just a handful of the awesome subfields that make up this world of geography. First up, you've got the study of the Earth's physical features, sometimes called physiography. This is kind of the foundation of it all. It's the part that asks the big questions. Why is there a mountain range right there? How does a specific climate create a whole ecosystem? And where do we even find all the resources we rely on?
Then you jump over to something like economic geography. This field asks, why is a certain industry located in a specific place? I mean, why is Silicon Valley the tech hub of the world? It's not a coincidence, right? It's a perfect storm of geography, closeness to a top university, a history of investment, and a unique local culture. This is the field that connects the planet's stuff to the stuff we buy every single day.
Next up, political geography. This looks at how politics and physical space are totally intertwined. Why are borders drawn the way they are? How does having a coastline or being surrounded by mountains affect a country's power and who its friends are? This is literally the geography behind the headlines you read every morning.
Now, let's bring it a little closer to home with urban geography. This one's all about our cities and towns. It digs into why cities pop up where they do, how they're laid out, and the challenges they face as they get bigger and bigger. If you live in a city, you are walking around inside a huge, complex geographical system every single day.
And finally, we come full circle, right back to maps, but with a totally new appreciation for them, I hope. Cartography isn't just drawing lines on paper. It is a crazy, sophisticated science and an art form. It's all about figuring out how to represent our complicated, round, three-dimensional world on a simple, flat surface. It's a huge challenge.
So after that super quick tour, I hope one thing is becoming crystal clear. Geography isn't just some subject you study in a classroom. It's a lens. It's a whole new way of looking at pretty much everything in the world around you.
So here's the big takeaway. Geography is the ultimate connected science. It is the story of our planet, the story of our home, and when you get right down to it, the story of us. It gives you the context for everything, from global politics all the way down to the layout of your own neighborhood.
And that brings us to one last thought I want to leave you with. Now that you see this bigger picture, start looking around. Think about the food you eat, the route you take to work, the weather outside your window. How does geography shape your daily life? Because once you start asking that question, you'll start seeing it absolutely everywhere. Thanks so much for watching.